vibe, yeah. We the best, boy. Give me the light, yeah. And we turn it up every time. And we bust it up, watch it hype. Watch it. Ha! Bad. Anyway, them see me, me gun, them a chat. Bad. Busting up the place with my style. Bad. What kind of thing that style where we fling?
Having trouble with my internet. It's dropping in my bedroom and the kitchen.
Problem with your internet is your Wi-Fi. You see, things like the size of your house, the building materials you use, like concrete walls, whether you have multiple floors. And let's not forget the distance between your modem and your devices, like your computer, your phone, TV. All these have an effect on the quality and the strength of your Wi-Fi.
How do you know this stuff?
You need to check Telem. They have mesh devices that allow you to create your own smart Wi-Fi network to cover your entire home. It's a few small devices working together like a team to cover your entire house with strong Wi-Fi signal. Super easy. Here, I get one from Telem today. Download the app from your phone app store, plug in the device, and plug into the modem. When light blinks blue, it's ready to pair via the app. Go to app, click next, and follow the instruction. Place a second device where you need coverage. Boom. Now you're covered. Telem makes it super easy. They offer convenient payment plans of just $12 a month. And my guy, and if you opt to get the fiber plan, they'll come and install it for you. Guess what? For free.
Oh, wow. I'm gonna get my smart Wi-Fi plan today.
Hey, let's do this thing.
Today itself.
It's the Morning Live, and good morning to you. I hope you're having a good Wednesday so far. The crew is back.
Yes, guys, that's right. It is hump day. We're gonna get through hump day, man. It's gonna be good. We're gonna get through it.
We're gonna get through it.
We're gonna get through it. We're gonna persevere. We're gonna.
It's Wednesday.
It's
Come
Wednesday.
on. It's midweek.
Can't figure out what side my hair wants to go to.
What is happening in the world as far as St. Martin is concerned? The Netherlands will provide reinforcement in capacity, expertise, and resources to help strengthen the corruption and other serious offenses that St. Martin, Aruba, and Curacao. This includes strengthening the criminal justice chain with additional support for the Public Prosecution Service, the Joint Court of Justice, and investigative cooperation teams. In addition to the criminal law approach, there will also be administrative and governance focus. Extra Dutch funding will be made available to help the countries enforce rules, improve licensing processes, and implement stronger integrity measures. The assistance is tied to a multi-year cooperation agenda under which the Netherlands and each of the three countries will set concrete agreements to address vulnerabilities, strengthening good governance, and safeguarding integrity in public institutions. For St. Martin, the letter emphasizes the urgent need to address governance risk, integrity, and public administration and financial and economic crime. Dutch expertise and funding will be deployed in cooperation with local institutions to reduce these vulnerabilities and improve resilience against subversion. So it basically means that the Dutch are sending some extra reinforcement to help with the many crimes that is taking place in St. Martin. We need the help.
I kind of feel like I foreshadowed this a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like I called this a couple months ago, and now it's funny because...
Yeah, actually you did.
I did. I said I was like...
There was well, send help and then we can actually do what we need to do. I think that was your words.
Yeah, something like that. No, but it's funny because, yeah. Anyways, all right.
They heard you.
They heard me. They saw me. They felt me. All right, guys, so KPSM issues warning, door-to-door jewelry scam targeting residents. The police force in St. Martin is alerting the community about door-to-door jewelry scam that has recently been reported on the island. According to multiple reports, 2 male suspects described as appearing to be of Latin descent have been visiting homes under the guise of offering jewelry-related services such as cleaning, inspection, or authentication. One victim's hand over their jewelry for an examination. The suspects flee with the valuables before the residents realize what has happened. KPSM strongly warns residents to remain vigilant and exercise caution when approached by unsolicited individuals offering services. Do not allow strangers into your home to examine or clean valuables. Never hand jewelry over to other personnel and items to unknown individuals. If approached, decline politely and close your door. Report any suspicious activity immediately to the police. If you are approached, take note of their physical descriptions, clothing, and any vehicle or mode of transport they may be using, and contact KPSM right away at +1 721 542 2222 or call 911 or extension 9300. If you have been a victim of this scan or have information that may assist the investigators, please let anyone, like I just said, it's the same thing. Just call 9300 or 542 222 and there you go. Because sometimes you got to say it twice for people in the morning because they're still waking up. Anyways, KPSM urges all family, friends, and neighbors to particularly warn elderly community and people who may be vulnerable to such schemes and be vigilant and alert. And if you see something, say something.
How smart do you think you can be if you see two people that you don't know come to your house, knock on the door, and then tell you, hey, let me examine your valuables or your jewelry, or let me do some authorization so that you could make sure that it's worth something? I mean...
Yeah, but how do you think, lawyers defend criminals in court? You got to be really convincing.
Yeah, but I mean, come on, though. If you're just home, minding your own business, and all of a sudden, people don't do door-to-door like that before.
I mean, they really must be smart, cunning, and desperate at this point.
I bet you they wear suits.
They probably were wearing suits. I would love to see someone snap a photo. After, they read this or hear this, they're not going to be doing that anymore. So somebody caught on. Somebody caught on for sure.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we got more Morning Live.
Yes.
A new day begins. The sun rises over St. Martin, bringing new energy, new possibilities. This island was built on resilience, progress, and the strength of its people. Our connection is what moves us forward. It links our communities, our businesses, our families. From the heart of the island to the shores beyond, we've connected St. Martin. From every street to every home, this network was built for St. Martin by St. Martin hands. Connection isn't just about signals, it's about people. This is your island and your network recharged. Proudly local, we're here for today, tomorrow, and every milestone ahead.
Hey, and welcome back.
Yes, folks, we are back, and we're going to jump into another robbery, jewelry-related type story. All right. On the 30th of September, there was an armed robbery at a Phillipsburg jewelry store with multiple arrests were made. At approximately 11:50 a.m., the KPSM responded to an armed robbery at a jewelry store located in downtown Phillipsburg. Two masked suspects wearing black long-sleeve shirts and short beachwear pants entered the establishment after arriving via jet skis from the waterfront. The individuals forcibly robbed the store of the merchandise and fled the scene of the watercraft traveling in the direction of K-Bay. KPSM detectives and patrol officers were immediately deployed to the Phillipsburg and K-Bay. Working in coordination with the Dutch Caribbean Coast Guard, law enforcement personnel secured the K-Bay area and conducted a comprehensive search operation. The joint effort resulted in apprehension of several individuals suspected of involvement in the robbery. All suspects were transported to the Phillipsburg police station for processing and interrogation. The jet skis utilized in the commission of the crime, along with the additional evidence, were seized and being held as a part of an ongoing investigation. KPSM advises all stores and high-level retail businesses to implement the following security measures: prevention tips, install comprehensive video surveillance, install monitored alarm systems with direct law enforcement notification, employ security personnel in controlled access entry systems. Sorry, guys. The police force of St. Martin also requests that anyone regarding with this information to contact the police department at, there you go, 721-542-2222, or submit an anonymous tip via the KPSM tip line at 9300. KPSM extends its appreciation to the Dutch Caribbean Coast Guard Law and all partnering law enforcement agencies for their immediate response and effective collaboration in this matter.
Grand Theft Auto, the game, you should look it up. I think that's what robbers aspire to be. It's like a video game, and it's crazy how they end up using two jet skis or a jet ski in a what? That's as close as when they robbed Front Street with a guy just using his hand coming out.
A fake gun? Oh,
Yeah.
no, it was his hand?
No, it was his hand.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then they had one where they had a phone with a gun picture.
Oh my God.
And they just held the cell phone as the gun. And people believed it because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, you get robbed, the first thing you see is your image, so you think it was a gun, but no, it was a phone. I don't know what's worse, your phone or your hand. Let's see.
I don't know, man. I don't know what's worse, not having a gun to protect yourself during these moments, or being armed. Like this is what makes me reconsider this whole like First Amendment gun constitutional rights thing that I've been brainwashed to thinking in. Because it's like, how you mean to tell me that none of these jewelry stores on Front Street have somebody with a Glock on them in the security? Like, how?
No, but you can't. But that's the thing. That the security is not allowed to have any type of.
So then, why can't they hire police to like be stationed at each of these places?
No,
Like,
you can't do that.
I don't-
Police
but
are not security guards.
Listen, from what I've heard from the grapevine, the Indian community is, especially the merchant community, is very upset because they feel like nothing is being done. But you know what I mean? Like that. This is ridiculous. Like I cannot believe that there's not something that they can do to kind of appease this. Because me, if I was a jewelry store owner, I'd be like frustrated at this point. Or I would just try to make sure that I'm as good to the locals as possible, because a lot of these locals frequent the stores and buy jewelry from these places. So it's like there's something that's going on that's causing them to be, because like jewelry stores never used to get hit up this much before. They never. Never. Either it's our lovely merchants on the Front Street doing it as an inside job for insurance or whatever reason, because everybody's up to shady stuff like that. Trust me, you're gonna find
Not
somebody.
everybody, Hailey.
No, but listen, Linda. Listen, lindo. Mira, a ver. When people are smart and they have the resources, they will commit white-collar crimes, especially here in St. Martin. This is a fact. This is a given. They will commit white-collar crimes and smile in your face and then go back to your business, still owe you money and act like nothing happened. And they're not going to get locked up. They're not going to get sued. They don't get prosecuted. Government's going to fall 3-4 months before they even get a chance to get prosecuted. Okay? So, but there's something going on because it just doesn't make sense for us to have so many robberies on Front Street. And like, if you look at it, it is a repeated thing. How many robberies have we had in the last 3 months? Almost 10. It feels like more. Like, that's just not normal. So, which leads me to start doing my little guesstimation, using my context clues, using my little investigator senses.
Or Nancy Drew.
Yeah, Nancy Drew is drewing on this right now, okay? And I'm telling you, I think they're doing this all collectively. I think they're each taking hits out on each other. I think majority of it is inside jobs, and they know which people are vulnerable and which ones are not. Yo, I'm not joking.
Yeah, but you can't just say that without having any facts.
Okay, well,
That's
I'll try to get some facts.
Try to get some facts.
But what makes me think that this is happening is because of the amount of times that it's happened. Like, in low season, you'd always have like maybe 1 or 2 stores getting hit up, but not so frequently. Like the frequency at which these jewelry stores are being robbed right now, it's not normal. I'm sorry.
All right, let's see what else is happening. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Somebody's got to say it.
Foreign direct investment, FDI, historically a lifeline for St. Martin's economy, is now constrained by lengthy procedures, inconsistent messages, and a perception that the jurisdiction is unfriendly to businesses. Investors operate in a competitive global environment when faced with uncertainty in St. Martin. They redirect resources to the other Caribbean nations where frameworks are clear and the timelines are respected. And this is not just a missed opportunity, it's a direct threat to fiscal stability. The consequences of these policies extend beyond the business community. Reduced investment translates into fewer jobs, slower income growth, and increased household vulnerability. Meanwhile, the government of St. Martin faces growing fiscal pressure as expenditures increase while revenues stagnate. This imbalance limits the ability to invest in education, healthcare, and infrastructure, all of which are essential to long-term development. In his opinion, which is Member of Parliament Francisco La Cruz, St. Martin's economic slowdown is not accidental. It's a result of deliberate policy choices and the inability to align government priorities with the long-term national interests. A struggle of 200 million investment to obtain what they need from the government proceeds should never happen, especially with all challenges our economy has faced in recent years, and the threat to even more challenges given the current situation in the U.S. and its possibility impact on our island. This appears to be a government that has not aligned with its people, and that's Francisco La Cruz, a member of the United People's Party of Parliament, and his concerns is that Planet Hollywood, remember, they're supposed to come and take up the old Great Bay property. 200 million is what they plan to invest in St. Martin, but nobody's answering their phone calls, nobody's answering their emails, and because they're not answering, they are taking long or they're considering of going somewhere else. So the Member of Parliament was just giving his opinion about the stagnation of certain processes that need to happen, because it's very simple. I believe they need to get a parking spot for all the workers. They want to do shuttles for the workers so that they can build and actually have the construction done. But because the Romy department wasn't answering them, they say, well, we have 200 million that we were ready to invest, but we can't do nothing yet because your government is not answering us.
Question. Were they not being answered before Patrice got into his position or after?
Before, during. Before and during.
Because like Patrice is like one of the most proactive people we've had in Romy in a long time. So it's like that's really...
No, but remember we read a story that they had a bunch of stagnant, they had to close the department because they needed to streamline and double check to make sure everything is okay.
It's a lot going on. A lot of checks and balances. I mean, it's a lot of money, so of course there's going to be a lot of checks and balances going on.
Yeah, but checks and balances is supposed to take 2 years. Because we're going on 2 years.
Touche.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we got your horoscopes.
Yes, folks, don't go anywhere.
I'm calling my heart, calling my heart, calling my
Here
heart.
in St. Martin, we take pride in our island and want the world to see us, to hear us, and to dream about us.
Yeah, it's here, certainly. Oh my God, this gotta be the first place with these now. Yeah, this is it. Can I get this one printed, please?
Of course, let me get it ready for you. Here you go.
Thank you, bro. Like, this was really quick and I appreciate it because I'm on the run. Have a good one.
All right, welcome back. Horoscopes, right?
Yes. But like it's so funny because every time we come back before we jump back on, they're just managing to make me laugh. I guess it's nice when I'm laughing and we come back on air.
Yes.
Anyways, John, are you ready? We're starting off with the Aries. All right. Aries, someone is tugging on your heartstrings today and you'll find it hard not to melt for them. Broad-minded Jupiter in your sentimental 4th house makes you a sucker for a sob story. But a harsh beam from Mercury suggests that once you start giving, they might not stop taking. To avoid resentment or fueling the codependent fires, hold yourself back a little. Better to empower people than to enable them.
Hey, that's a good
That's
point.
a good one.
I love that.
I really like that one. I know you like that
Taurus.
too.
All right, that's why, John. Taurus, it's always flattering to be asked for advice, but think twice before you have an opinion today,
Yeah.
especially if you haven't been asked. A Mercury-Jupiter square could find you hooked into playing the role of rescuer. Or you might offer level-headed solutions only to have the person argue with you every step of the way. Talk about the waste of time. Channel your energy into tackling a detailed task. Be mindful not to take on too much. Break your work into small steps and focus on accomplishing one thing instead of scattering your energy. Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. All right, Gemini, your mind's on your money with enterprising Jupiter in your finance zone. But it's also on the fun ways that you could spend it, thanks to the competitive angle from the impulsive Mercury. The classic Oscar Wilde quote, "I can resist everything except temptation," is pretty much your life today, Gemini. But let's be real, one isn't it? With your willpower on the weak side, self-deprivation is futile. Pick a splurge or two. Just check your balances before you start adding to the cart. Like for me, my splurging would be like grabbing my coffee in the morning or grabbing my iced matcha latte. You know, that's how I splurge, or fixing my hair, but that's really it. All right.
Cancer, your sensitive sign has a knack for tackling things personally, for taking things personally, but you are holding yourself to the same standards that you demand from others. Today, truth-telling Jupiter in Cancer can make you pretty blunt, and with a harsh angle to snippy Mercury, you could trample right over someone's tender feelings. Before you get all fired up, consider giving them the benefit of the doubt. Otherwise, you're signing up for the same harsh dressing down that you just dished out.
That was a good one.
You have to match the energy.
I like the truth-telling in Jupiter, it was like a little sing-song. That was pretty cool. All right, Leo, telling a sad story can grab people's hearts, but it can also leave them feeling awkward and obligated. Today's Mercury-Jupiter square warns against spinning a tale of woe to get people to do your bidding. In other words, don't be manipulative. If you need support, ask for it directly and be open to receiving it, however it's offered. If you're the one that's being tapped for a helping hand, don't do it out of pity. For example, if someone wants a job recommendation but you're unsure whether they're qualified, it's okay to ask pointed questions. After all, this is your reputation on the line.
I like it.
Yeah.
Straight to the point.
Straight, but that's how Leos are, you know? They're like straight to the point.
Virgo, are you shifting your personality or backpedaling on your beliefs to fit in with a certain group?
Sounds like a chameleon alert if you ask me.
Today's Mercury-Jupiter square sounds an alarm. As the old cliche goes, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. If you truly want to win people's respect, stop trying so hard to be someone you're not. Maybe they won't get you right away, but your confidence will send the message that you respect yourself. Ultimately, chasing in the hopes of impressing people is a waste of time. Okay.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Feels so personal.
Libra, happy Libra season. Oh, you felt that way? Like it was attacking?
Felt so like, oh, gosh. Okay.
All right. Happy Libra season to all of my lovely Libras out there. Oh, look at all that alliteration. Libra, lovely Libras. Anyways, Libra, it's good to have goals, but have yours started crushing. Shucks. Let's start that again. Libras. All right. It's good to have goals, but have yours started crushing your spirit? Today's tension square between Mercury in your professional sector and adventurous Jupiter in your Libra presents a dilemma. Can you be your colorful self and still get ahead? The answer, of course, is yes, but it may require a few priority changes and honest talks. Maybe you've just been working too hard. Step away from the grind and do something spontaneous. When you've reconnected with life and all of its wonders, you'll be able to focus again.
Scorpio, the truth will set you free most of the time, but today it might just rope you into an endless debate. A tense Mercury-Jupiter square warns against over-explaining. Not everyone can handle honesty and directness. And the last thing you need is to be on the receiving end of someone passive-aggressive backlash. Share with discretion as a policy today. Feel people out before you share confidential intel. Not that we have to tell a Scorpio that.
I mean, to hear that a Scorpio is so expressive, and it doesn't sound like them. Like that reading doesn't sound like a typical Scorpio reading. Like Scorpios are the type of people that just let you look stupid and be stupid without saying anything.
And be Scorpio about it.
And be very Scorpio about it, yeah. So that's unlike them. All right, Sagittarius. Yeah, it is unlike them. Secrets are called that for a reason, Sag. So guard the ones you're keeping with the utmost care. Today, your ruler, loose-lipped Jupiter, in your confidential 8th house will form a tense square to outspoken Mercury. You could be tempted to leak some juicy gossip to a friend or hint that you've got the scoop on a developing story. While you might feel important, you could be branded as untrustworthy. While you're at it, watch what you let slip on social media. Make sure it's okay to share any news before you broadcast to the world.
Yeah, so double check, triple check before you go and run
Quadruple check before you say something. Make sure that before you post a story, it's not like in an area where someone can see something. You know, like make sure like keep your, I don't know.
Stay focused.
Stay focused. Yes, stay focused. That's a really good one.
Yeah, Capricorn. Are they interested in you or just using you to get ahead? Today's Mercury-Jupiter square could find you questioning someone's intentions. Test the waters before flinging accusations, though. If you're always going above and beyond, you might want to ask them to return the favor or lend a hand. Should they suddenly be busy, that your cue is to pull back. In romance, you may be out of sync with your partner along long-term goals. Is it time to talk about what you both want for the future? Uncomfortably as that can be, you need clarity.
Yeah.
What happened?
No, nothing. I was just thinking about a conversation I didn't have not too long ago, and I was like, because talking about the future could be very uncomfortable, especially when you start like having this idea in your head, and then you think the other person has the same idea in their head, and then they don't, and then you got to like come to the table to like figure out how we can get back to the same
and how you can move ahead.
Common idea and move ahead. Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay, Aquarius. Detail overload. Today's Mercury-Jupiter square could find you juggling more than your brain can handle. You've got way too many irons in the fire, and you need to finish a few projects before taking on anything new. Break your current work down into manageable steps. Delegate what you can, even if you have to pay someone to help with a few short-term projects. The time and frustration you save will be worth every single cent. This one, I feel it. I take it in. This is how I feel every time I call my maid to come clean my house. But my house has been pretty clean lately. I just have a cat hair problem. That's the only thing. Like, I have to comb my cats daily, and if I don't, there's gonna be mountains of cat fur everywhere, and it's like really annoying.
You always need to make sure you take care of your cat.
I mean, I take care of my cat. Don't get me wrong, but I forget that they have black hair, so it piles up, and it accumulates, and then the next thing you know, your pillow is covered in.
Bunch of cat hair.
Yeah.
All right. Pisces, scandals were meant to be avoided. Pisces, so watch your step. Today's dramatic Mercury-Jupiter square could find you unwittingly in the center of an outrage if you're not careful. Walk away from the water cooler gossip mongers and don't fan the flames of conflict by chiming in. If you've been holding onto anger, your resentment could all come boiling up now. Before you unleash an emotional torrent, talk it through with a neutral party and process your raw feelings. Avoid taking sides with feuding friends, and remember, there are always at least two sides of every story.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
It was nice horoscope readings today.
It was nice.
I like the new source. New source is pretty cool.
Pretty nice.
Yeah. All right.
All right. For this week, well, it's Wednesday, so
Hump day.
there is a bunch of ladies' nights by most places.
Yeah, Lotus has ladies' night tonight. District has ladies' night.
District 721 has a ladies' night. And that's about it.
Anywhere else that does ladies' night? No, but they do it on just different
They do
days.
it on different days.
Which doesn't make sense. Like, I think people should just keep Wednesday to ladies' night. Like how, everybody should just do the same theme, and then Tuesdays should be universal Latin night everywhere. Like, imagine if the whole Simpson Bay Strip just did their own versions of Latin night, and then people could just bar crawl and just do it.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be cool.
That's a good idea. Look how they're going to take it.
Yeah, well, you know what? You better credit me, and you better advertise with me, and call me to work some shifts in your bar. Because they know I'm a star. Anyways, it's just...
He's a rapper now. All right.
I got bars. Sorry, no, I just do that really annoying Bostonian accent when I have to stretch my A&Rs.
All right, we should be back on Friday.
Wait, hold up, but we got some birthdays, no?
Oh, you do?
Yeah, listen, shout out to, happy birthday to John at Naruto. Yes, it's John's birthday today.
Oh, nice.
Who else is, well, I'm just gonna whip out my phone at this point, because, sorry guys, I wasn't trying to do that, but we're gonna do that. Yes. All right. So our birthdays for today, folks, we got. It was David Cohen's birthday yesterday. Shout out to David Cohen and the Cohen family. It's platinum. Who else? It's yesterday's birthday. It's Kalisha Duran's birthday today. It's Michaela Brown's birthday today. It's Jitesh Punjabi's birthday. These are all local people. Kushbu Merchandani's birthday. Wow, a lot of Indian names. I feel like I shouldn't have done my little rant. It's Anouk Rosemeyer's birthday. She's over from the Daily Herald. Who else? Yeah, that's about it. And yeah, guys, what else? Don't got karaoke today, but if you want to go to the Thirsty Pirate, you can find Nasio doing Steel Pan at the Thirsty Pirate today. I will be doing karaoke tomorrow and today. If you decide to stop by Toppers, you can catch me behind the bar at Toppers for a little bit.
Okay, so you'll find Hailey at Toppers today.
Yeah, I'll be at Toppers right after this, so.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways.
See you on Friday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.